When it comes to Great Lakes fish species, Coho salmon don't always get the credit they deserve, playing second fiddle to the king of the Great Lakes, the king or Chinook salmon. But in many ways, Cohos are tops. While they may lack the sheer bulk of a king salmon, they make up for in whirling, twisting, and scrappy fights, and their meat is superb. Plus, depending on the time of the year and weather conditions, you can catch cohos just about any way you want and don't need a big boat to do so. Slip on waders and cast spoons and spinners near river mouths or right in the current, or drift spawn bags under floats. Of course, you can also catch them trolling downriggers out to sea, but rod in hand is definitely our favorite. Like vertical jigging for them near river mouths, a technique long used for boating lake trout, but now starting to take off for epic, high-action coho fun. On today's Edge, Al Lindner and Sportfish Michigan's Ben Wolfe make good on a bucket list trip they've had in the works for some time. The mission? Vertical jigging big coho salmon on bass fishing gear.
Again, if you never tried something like this, so you use jigging spoons for stripers, you use them for spots and smallmouth and largemouth. You like a jigging spoon bite, right? Come on up here. You want to see something that stretches your line a little bit more than, well, a striper might give it a little competition if it's a big one. This is really a fun way to fish. You got to give it a try. Oh, I seen another boat set the hook, and he missed it.
Closed captioning is provided by Smooth Moves, adjustable boat seat suspensions for a smoother ride.
Hey, I'm really pumped up this morning. I'm at the mouth of the Platte River, world-renowned coho fishery, and we're going to do something a little bit different. We've been planning this trip for 2 years. Ben and I had 3 different cancellations, once because of weather, another time because of your workload, my workload, and we're going to do something a little bit different, which really got me excited. We're going jigging for coho, and this is something you really got into. We're going to talk a little bit more about that out on water. Okay, we're going to get the boat in the water. We're going to go out and catch some coho on a jig. I'm pumped, I'm pumped, I'm pumped. 2 years in the making, 2 years. You ever plan a trip for 2 years and then don't get it done? Well, game's changing today. Game is on, guys, let's roll. I'm really cranked about this. It's a bucket list trip. When I was talking to Ben, he was like, you want to go chase jumbo perch? You want to get some big smallmouth, big walleye, big whitefish? We got them all. How about some fast coho action like you've never seen before? And we do it toe-to-toe with jigging spoons. I said, sign me up, man.
We want to see those really good, dense marks, and they really can be, depending on the wind and the current. Yeah, we've got some nice cohos right here. We've got 1, 2, 3, and then we've got some sitting right on the bottom.
We move around like that and you spot lock like this, we'll get right out. And is that what the drill?
Exactly. You can feel.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Like that one?
Yeah. You clunked them.
There's still a nice school down there.
Yeah, I see him.
Kind of like this vertical jigging thing.
You think so, huh? He's deciding to play out there a little bit. Oh. Just woke up. Just woke up. Whoop. Get my GoPro stuff out of here.
Now he's rolling.
Yeah.
There we go. Big old male.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you, sir.
It's hooked in the corner of her mouth.
Beautiful male.
Yeah.
I think this fish has probably been in the river we've had such hot water and hot weather that they do come back out of the river and, you know, look for cooler water. All right, so I always like to cut the gills, and that helps bleed them out. And what that does is it is a far superior product when we're on the fillet table, not only from the standpoint of the fillet, but also the mess. You know, when they bleed them out, I'd rather bleed them out in the cooler. And then when we're cutting them on the fillet table, it's a much easier process. It's a lot cleaner, and the meat's a lot more superior in terms of just the, you know, it's not laden with blood. So this is the best way to do it.
At any given time, I'm looking around here, and it don't take long. You see somebody landing a fish, whether they're jigging like we are, or occasionally I see some of the trollers land a fish. It just would be a staggering thought to see how many fish are in this area where I'm seeing these boats coming. Yeah, I mean, you're talking, what tens of thousands? Give me is there 10,000 fish? I know this is a silly question. Give me a guess.
The DNR this year was estimating there was going to be about a return of close to 40,000 fish, which it's mind-boggling how many fish that really is, you know, to jam into one river that's really not very big. You know, it's going to be a phenomenal run, and we've already seen 20,000 fish into the river already. So potentially there's another 20,000 down here.
It's always nice to know when you're fishing fish. Pretty good numbers of them. That adds to the day.
Those are the coho marks we're looking. Oh, I just got hit. I got one. Oh, he's off. Ah. But we were just saying, here's some really good marks on that back transducer, and I just got hit right after that. And unfortunately, these fish are really good at getting away, but that's kind of what makes it exciting too.
Got him.
Oh yeah. How's that feel?
That feels really good. There's no place like this.
Yes! I got
This segment is brought to you by Big Bite Baits, designed to bring the big bite to your line.
Got him.
Oh yeah. How's that feel?
That feels really good. That feels really, really, really good.
And there's no doubt when he hits, right?
Whoa. 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 You know, I can get into this, Ben.
It's pretty addictive, it really
I can get into this.
I love my
These
coffee in
fish
the
are
morning.
tough, baby, I'm telling you.
Yep.
I wasn't expecting, I was a little undergunned when I talked to Ben when I got in last night. I had all my bass stuff with me. Yeah, you know, and it'll work. He said, he looked through the rods. I've got one of the right St. Croix. I got a number of the right Daiwas, but he says, this should work for you. I could see why. Boy, these are tough suckers, man. My first jigging coho, first time ever jigging these things. I'm liking it. It ain't gonna be the last, I guarantee you. This is the way to catch these suckers, Ben. I got nothing against these guys trolling. Troll all you want. I'd rather do this any day, baby. Any day. It's so sweet. It's gonna be what about a 4 or 5 minutes to get one of these suckers in?
It can be, yeah, depending on its mood. Sometimes they come in quickly, sometimes they get really angry. This one seems like an angry one.
This is an angry one, Ben. You'll notice he missed that fish earlier. He had to go up and tweak something on a depth finder. I jumped back in his spot here. This is probably the fish that he dumped.
All right, well, I see him right here.
Here she comes, bro, here she comes. There you go.
All right.
All right. You got a pliers there? Oh, my first coho jigging. Been a long time since I done this. And it ain't gonna be the last. That took about 15 minutes. I'm on, I'm excited. The adrenaline is rolling, baby, and for good reason. Cooler them up,
Yes, sir.
one down. By the way, what is the limit on these things?
5 per person.
5?
Yep.
5 of that size?
Exactly.
All we're taking back is 2, cameraman.
There we go. Now watch that fish drop down. I watched that fish drop down on that jig. He doesn't seem to be very happy about this.
Lund Boats has 2 smoking deals for making memories this summer. Lund's 1650 Rebel XS is an incredible boat at an incredible price. This boat is filled with features like side and center rod lockers, aerated live well, and a heavy-duty trailer with fold-away tongue. Add the optional flip-up seating and ski pylon for family fun. Or choose Lund's 1625 Fury XL. It has all the fish-catching features you'd expect from Lund at a jaw-dropping price. For more information and a free catalog, go to lundboats.com.
Whoever coined the phrase, less is more, wasn't much of a fisherman. He probably talked himself into a V6 when he could have got a V8, settled for 100 horsepower instead of 250, and went home empty-handed when he should have doubled down. Introducing the Solix series. From Mega Imaging to AutoChart Live to CrossTouch, Solix has all of fishing's most innovative technologies on our biggest screen ever. Because more is more. Only from Humminbird.
And that's all we need. We need next quarter so that we can postpone it to everything.
Yeah? Stop working right now! Look outside. Is this spreadsheet weather? No, it's not. This is fishing weather. So stop clicking, get out there, and catch a bass. Stop what you're doing and start fishing Rapala ripstop.
This is my spot.
Right here. My thinking spot. My fishing spot.
My spot, not yours. This is where I go.
For release. And for catch and release. Where no one can find me. And fish can't hide from me. This is my spot. And I ain't going nowhere.
The Edge is presented by these and other fine sponsors.
You know, this could get to be fun. This could get to be real fun. This is fish is coming up like it thinks it's a smallmouth. Look at this. How's that grab you? That fish thought it was a smallmouth or a muskie. I didn't know these things broke water like that.
Oh yeah.
Look at this. Ah, this is really getting my attention. Wow. Oh, bait came out. Bait
came right out.
I like that. I like that. Boy, she was fighting a little bit different. Yeah, you know, I didn't know what to expect.
What a big, nice male coho.
Oh, man. Sure.
There you go.
Oh, you're going to give me my fish?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Beautiful male coho.
Oh, well, let's see. We got two in the box, and we missed we missed three. That's kind of the odds.
It is.
I guess. But this jigging, look at that school of fish.
Yeah.
We got to get our lines done. We'll talk to you later. Let's get this back in here. I just got a couple of quick questions while we're getting set up on the school again.
Okay.
When did you actively get onto this vertical jigging bike for the coho like this? This is not a relatively old way of doing this. I mean, you kind of broke the story, if I understand it right. You got people really into this game this way.
Yeah, you know, we've really tried to, you know, popularize it, you know, as a good hands-on technique. And we really started promoting it heavily, probably, you know, 4 or 5 years ago. You know, that salmon species react really well to jigging, and, you know, and it's a good vertical, you know, technique. And it's, you know, we can do it with bass tackle. That's the thing that I love about it.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun. And when Ben was telling me about this vertical jigging bike, I said, yeah, you know, that really is interesting. And if you've never done anything like this, you got to get a hold of them. Come on up here with one of your groups of guys. You got a lot of guys. Take a minute while I'm dropping down on these fish here. Tell us a little bit about Sportfish Michigan and what it's all about.
Sure.
I'm going to go up on the front and catch another fish while you talk to the people.
I hope you do. Well, Sportfish Michigan is a network of some of the top charter captains and guides in the state, and we really try and concentrate on just about anything that someone wants to do fishing-wise. You know, we can provide it for them, whether it's fishing in a river on fly, whether it's fishing in the river with, you know, traditional gear, or trolling, or jigging. Bass fishing is big for us. Walleye fishing is also big for us. You know, so really almost anything someone wants to do fishing-wise, we have someone around the state that is, you know, a qualified captain or a guide and really knows their thing, and is able to have a great time with customers.
You know, Ben has worked with us on another television show that we do in the upper Midwest, and he gives us you know, pretty steady reports on the Angling Buzz Show, which covers a lot of what's happening in Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and the Dakotas. And he does weekly reports, and that's in the middle of the fishing season. I want to thank you for that. And yesterday when I got in town here, we went to his house, and we're talking about what we're going to do for the next few days. And we got in his tackle area. Yeah, you know, for everybody he works with in the companies he works with. I got to tell you something. I worked with a lot of guides. I see a lot of guides in a lot of areas. I know a lot of guides. The equipment that he has available for you when you get in his boat is top notch. A lot of times you get in a boat with some guys, and I hate to say it, but you look at the line is half spool. They haven't done their equipment. Nothing's been changed for 2 weeks. Yeah, you know, the stuff is in shambles. The boat is a pigsty. You don't know where anything else is. I gotta say, you are nip and tuck, and I can't. The equipment is such a blessing. Finest stuff you could fish with for whatever kind of fish you're fishing for. And that's a compliment to you and your staff. You guys do a great job, man.
You know, so we're out here jigging, and one of the absolutely critical components to success is having a good sonar unit like these Humminbirds.
You know, I didn't know if I was rigged right. I had one rod which Ben said will work pretty good for this, and it is working. It's a St. Croix Legend Tournament Series. It's a 7-1 medium heavy. Yeah, you know, it's the Tula, standard, basically one of my bass rods. Spooled up with 30-pound test, 832, and fluorocarbon leader. You said anything from 14 to 20 really don't make no difference. And but one thing that's really important on this kind of bite with this that I'm saying, you need the braid on here. I mean, to work this thing, you'd never do this with mono or anything like that. You'd never be getting any fish in. For this deep water jigging technique, you need a bait that drops like a rock. The Rapala flat jig is designed for this type of fishing. And when it comes to spoons, they need to be fairly heavy. We're using 2-ounce jigging spoons. And one important thing, they gotta glow. As you probably noticed, we do a lot of hunting with our bird finding pods of fish. When you spot lock with the Ultrex and drop baits right on their noses, generally you get 1 or 2 fish immediately. Then the school shifts, so we adjust with our troll in that vicinity. Hook up again, land a fish, rinse and repeat. It's really all about using all of your electronics to the max. The Lake Master chip gets you into proximity, the sonar gets you right on top of them, and the spot lock keeps you there. It's a beautiful marriage of electronics. I don't know if you're catching on that.
There we go.
There you fish on. Aha. Aha. You changed weights, didn't you?
I did change weights, and it didn't take very long.
This is our livelihood. Our craft literally comes down to the nuts and bolts. We depend on quality, availability, and affordability to keep our businesses running so that we can keep your homes running, living rooms bright, and getting the tough jobs done. You can't duplicate the kind of care and quality that you get from Mills Fleet Farm. We are here for you, and Mills Fleet Farm is here for us.
Many things have been said about rough waters, but few things have been said about a smooth ride. The revolutionary Smooth Moves Ultra is a mechanical suspension system that features a 4-spring design and a hydraulic shock, providing the most comfortable and durable ride on the market. Through passion, tenacity, and the right equipment, you can overcome even the roughest waters.
Lindner here for Angling Buzz.
I'm Tony Roach. Ray Rostow.
Lee Talkin here.
Brad Durick up here on the Red River.
Muskegon River.
Leech Lake.
Devil's Lake.
Beautiful Lake Vermilion.
Black.
Topwater's been really fun.
Go to the plastics.
Bass like this.
A lot of wallies like that.
Giant bluegills.
From Sturgeon Bay.
Lake Skakawea. Lake Winnie region.
Northern Wisconsin. Good luck, everybody.
Have fun.
Check us out on the web.
Current up-to-date fishing info from the best anglers in the Midwest. Learn from the pros at anglingbuzz.com.
Can't get enough Angling Edge? Wish you could learn more than you saw on TV? You can. Angling Edge DVDs dive deep into fish catching techniques that couldn't fit on air. It's like extra innings or overtime of Angling Edge. Choose from dozens of titles featuring your favorite freshwater fish. Purchase 5 DVDs at the incredible low price of $25. That's 5 DVDs for just $25. Purchase 2 sets and get free shipping too. Visit anglingedge.com to place your order. The Edge is presented by these and other fine sponsors.
If I'm gonna get outfished by anybody, I don't mind it being by you, but I'd like to have at least a little bit of a showing.
I think, hang on here, let me get a net here.
Little guy.
Get a net. Oh, it's been so long since I feel like a guide a little bit. I'm telling you, I'm back to my roots. I like netting fish for people. That's a fun thing to do. Ooh, that's a smaller one. Oh, come here, guy. Ooh, that's the smallest one so far. Hey, rule of thumb. Do the smaller ones eat better than the bigger ones, or isn't that the case?
You know, for these cohos, I don't necessarily find it to be, you know, real true unless we start getting into the 15 plus pounds, you know, but these are such good table fare, you know, whether they're, you know, 4 or 5 pounds like this one, or, you know, or all
8,
the way
9,
up
10.
to,
okay.
Exactly.
Again, if you never tried something like this, hey, those of you that use jigging spoons for stripers. You use them for spots and smallmouth and largemouth. You like a jigging spoon bite, right? Come on up here. You want to see something that stretches your line a little bit more than, well, a striper might give it a little competition if it's a big one. This is really a fun way to fish. You got to give it a try. Oh, I seen another boat set the hook, and he missed it. Hey, for more info on all Michigan has to offer, check out Sportfish Michigan. They'll set you up big time. Hey, you know, my daily life is really pretty darn simple. It involves fishing and the fishing industry 24/7, every day of the week, all year long. I talk to somebody about fishing. I read about fishing. I'm doing television shows. Fishing and the fishing industry are a big part of my life, always has been, and will be until it's time for me to go home. The other part of my daily life is the Bible, the Word of God. I study it and have for years. It's an important part of my daily life, and I learn a lot from it, and I implement it into my life on a regular basis. And there's a lot of scriptures in here that every once in a while have real meaning to me, and that I usually confess on a regular basis, particularly if I'm dealing with certain circumstances. One of those scriptures, many of you probably have heard it and read it before, and many of you probably haven't. And it's in John 10:10. And I'll read it to you. This is the New King James Version. It's real simple. The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. I come that you may have life, and that you may have it more abundantly. Now that's pretty simple, clear to the point, like so much of God's Word is. He gets right to the point. And that's one of those scriptures that you don't have to have 40 theologians get together and spend 10 years and pick it apart word by word by word. Well, did he really mean this, or does it mean this? It's real simple. The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Now, who do you think the thief is? Come on, you know who I'm talking about. I came to give you life and give it to you more abundantly. What would you rather have? To me, what that means, when good things happen in my life, I give God praise and glory. That is an abundant blessing from Him. And when things are bad in my life, or things that I see in the news, something that steals, kills, or destroys, I know that this comes from the thief. Bad is the thief, good is God. It's really that simple. God loves you, cares about you, and wants the best for you, wants you to live this life victoriously. I've been in His Word for many, many years, and it has been life-changing, life-changing, life-changing. I can't say enough about this book. It has an impact on so many people in so many different ways, and it's all a good impact when it becomes real. Hey, I had to share that with you from my heart. From all of us here at The Edge, you have a good, safe fishing season. I'll see you on the water. Hey, I want to take a moment to thank you for watching. And if you really like what you see, we got a whole lot more. So check us out at any one of these online outlets. You know, in fishing, there are good days and there are great days. Time is just a wink from the Almighty. We plan, target, rig, and play the game like everyone else.